Selling your car in Florida but feeling overwhelmed by the paperwork? Stay tuned because in the next few minutes, I'll transform you from a novice to a pro, guiding you through each step of filling out a car title effortlessly. We're going to go through every single step legally, correctly, and completely without the usual headache. If you're stressed about this, look, you're absolutely not alone. The bureaucratic requirements, the fear of making a mistake, and, that very real anxiety about post-sale legal liabilities, they're completely valid. Florida law is incredibly strict when it comes to vehicle transfers, and just a simple clerical error can bring your entire sale to a screeching halt. But hey, don't worry, once you understand the rules of the road here, it's actually a super straightforward process. Okay, let's dive right into our 5-step roadmap for today. We'll cover preparation, our step-by-step title guide, avoiding costly title mistakes, finalizing the sale properly, and finally, post-sale actions. Starting with Section 1, Preparation and Essential Documents. All right, before your pen even touches the paper, we need to get organized. Have your government ID, the physical paper title, and your exact odometer reading ready to go. You also need to understand exactly who's who in this process. So the seller is obviously you, the buyer is the purchaser, and the lien holder is any financial entity you might owe money to for the car. Now, if you are selling privately, you literally cannot transfer the title if there's an active lien on the vehicle. You've got to pay off that debt first. Once it's paid, the lien holder files an electronic satisfaction of lien in the Florida database. It's totally different from trading it into a dealership. In a private sale, your title has to be free and clear of all liens before you do anything. Now, pay really close attention to co-owners. If your title lists 2 names, focus on the tiny little word separating them. It's a total game changer. If the names are joined by "and," the state of Florida requires every single listed owner to physically sign the transfer paperwork. But if the names are joined by "or," well, just one of the owners has the legal authority to sign off on the sale entirely on their own. Moving right along to Section 2, our step-by-step title guide. Go grab a blue or black ink pen. Seriously, those are the only acceptable colors here. First up, you must print the purchaser's full legal name and their current Florida street address. And I mean exactly as it appears on their government ID. No nicknames. If the ID says David, do not write Dave. Next, you're going to record the exact gross selling price in US dollars, the exact date you're handing over the keys, and the odometer reading in whole miles. Finally, the seller and the buyer must sign in cursive and then clearly print their full legal names. Oh, a really quick but absolutely crucial note on that purchase price field. Let's say you're transferring this vehicle to a family member or a friend, right? And no money is actually changing hands. Whatever you do, do not just leave the price box blank. You need to write the word gift or write $0 in that space. This is critical because it tells the tax collector that this is a tax-exempt transaction. That way, your buyer won't get hit with some massive, unexpected sales tax bill when they go to register the car. Okay. Just below the mileage, you're going to see 3 checkboxes for the odometer status. You must select one of these. Actual means the dashboard mileage is dead on accurate. In excess means the odometer has literally rolled over its mechanical limits, which honestly is pretty rare for modern digital dashboards. And not actual means the gauge is broken or just flat out incorrect. Keep in mind, under federal mandates, all vehicles that are model year 2011 or newer absolutely require this strict odometer disclosure. All right, Section 3, Avoiding Costly Title Mistakes. Florida has 0 tolerance for title tampering, literally 0. If you make a mistake, do not use whiteout, do not use correction fluid, and please do not aggressively scribble out a wrong number. Any sign of erasure instantly voids the title certificate in the eyes of the Florida DMV. Also, when you're writing the mileage, never ever enter tenths of a mile, only whole numbers. And just like we mentioned earlier, forgetting a mandatory co-owner's signature, that'll result in an immediate rejection. Because if you do accidentally cross something out or use whiteout, it's gonna cost you $75.25 to be beautifully bureaucratically exact. That's the standard fee you're gonna have to pay out of pocket to apply for a duplicate paper title. Not to mention, you'll be forcing your buyer to sit around waiting days or even weeks for the new title to arrive in the mail before you can actually finish the sale. So, take a deep breath and write carefully. Section 4, Finalizing the sale properly. So, you've signed the document, you've taken the cash. But listen to me closely. Legally, you aren't clear yet. As legal expert Adam Ramirez points out, there's a massive misconception out there. People think just taking your license plate off the car is enough, but it's not.
You have to file the notice of sale the exact same day. If you wait, you are leaving yourself incredibly vulnerable to someone else's actions behind the wheel of a car you just sold.
And this is all due to Florida's dangerous instrumentality doctrine. Basically, if you don't officially tell the state you've sold the car, you can still be held legally responsible for it. Think about that. If the buyer runs a red light camera, racks up toll charges, or worse, gets into a massive accident on their way home, you could be sued. Form HSMV 82050, the Notice of Sale, is the exact document that legally cuts off your civil liability. And the best part? You can even file it online right through the My DMV portal.
Now, over on the buyer's side of the equation, they have exactly 30 calendar days from the date of the sale to take that completed title to a service center and formally apply for a new title in their name. If they wait until day 31, bam, they are going to face a mandatory $20 late penalty fee. So definitely remind your buyer to get to the tax collector's office promptly.
Section 5. Post-sale actions and protections. Okay, this timeline is your ultimate order of operations. Event 1, you sign the title and physically remove the license plate. Event 2, file that notice of sale immediately. Event 3, and this must happen before Event 4, you surrender or transfer your license plate at the tax collector's office. And only done at Event 4 do you call your agent and cancel your auto insurance. Do not mix this up. I really want to forcefully emphasize this next point because it trips up so many people moving to Florida from other states. In Florida, the license plate belongs to you, the seller. It does not belong to the vehicle. Never, ever let a buyer drive away with your license plate still screwed to the bumper. Take it off, even if they're begging you to leave it on so they can drive home. No way. They need to get a temporary tag from the DMV, not use yours. And here is exactly why that order, plate surrender then insurance cancellation, matters so much. You see, the state of Florida maintains a real-time monitoring system. If you call your insurance company and cancel your policy while that license plate is still technically active in the state system, the DMV's computer will automatically trigger a suspension of your driver's license. Talk about a headache. So always surrender the plate first, get your surrendered registration receipt, which, by the way, actually saves you a $225 fee on your next car registration, and then, finally, you can cancel your insurance. So, are you ready to conquer this process? By taking your time, double-checking your work against government IDs, keeping whiteout far, far away from your desk, and protecting yourself with a notice of sale, you are entirely capable of executing a flawless vehicle transfer like an absolute pro. Just as a practical tip, always check with your local DMV office to see if your title is held electronically or what to do if you need to request a replacement for a lost paper title before selling. You've got this. Stay organized and confidently execute your Florida car sale. Please note that this explainer is intended for informational purposes only. Please consult with a legal or professional expert or contact your local DMV office for personalized advice or if you have any specific questions regarding the sale of your vehicle. So, the next time you hand over the keys, will you be left exposed or will you protect yourself like a pro?